Central.
Yeah, but it's still, I would say I would put it in the northern, like higher in the central part of it. It's a little more northern.
Yeah, but you know there's a certain point going north where trees just start
Change.
they just start to appear.
Yep.
They don't exist.
Yeah, once
oh shit is green.
Hey,
Yeah,
once you
it's
hit,
like, oh, damn.
once you hit España, bro, you're up there, dog, a little past Santa Fe, bro. That's 100% Norteño town for sure.
Yeah.
But the weather's just crazy different, dog. Every time I go down to Cruces, like that shit's next level hot. I'm up here complaining, bro. This is Burque hot, right? That's different. Cruces hot is a whole different conversation, bro. Yeah. I wonder what's the difference in elevation between Cruces and here.
I don't know.
It's got to be. There's got to be a difference.
Yeah, it's got to be for sure.
Yeah,
I never looked at it.
I always ask that though? Who like finds these stats? Who took the evidence from 20,000 years ago and said, "Hey, this was the hottest day"?
Who was the weatherman? 20,000
Bro,
years ago?
It better not have been Ron Burgundy.
Mark Ronchetti.
Fucking Ronchetti.
Great grandpa. Great.
Well, then we're shit out of luck here, Jay. Hey, we ain't going off of those statistics, bro. I hope not. All I know is, hey, listen, I don't know if it's the fucking hottest day. I don't know, but that shit is no fucking joke. I'm seeing neighbors that usually have green lawns.
Yeah.
Shit, that ain't green no more, my dude.
Tan
is a motherfucker.
Dusty.
Looking like dusty as hell, just doing bad. You don't see people outside, bro. And the people you do see outside, I'm like trying to give them water, bro.
I know, dog.
I'm like, what are you doing? Yeah. Johnny Jr., bro, he'd be like, Dad, let's go play basketball. I'm like, brother. I said too much now. I'm even calling my kids brother. Listen, I'm like, dude.
Look here, little brother.
Look here, little brother. He wants. I'm like, I fuck with playing basketball. Let's run it. Not at 2:30 in the afternoon.
Yeah, no.
My son asked me yesterday. He was like, "Hey, can we go to the park?" I was like, "Yeah, when it cools down." And it was like 8:30, and I was like, "All right, it's cool." I went to the bathroom. By the time I got out, it was 9 o'clock. I'm washing my hands, and I'm just like, all right, it's dark already. Oh, well.
Well, we can't.
Maybe we'll go tomorrow.
Hey, man, tomorrow
it's too
when
hot,
it's
man. It's too hot.
So that's all part of the parenting plan, huh? That's
there's
how
tricks
it works.
here.
Yeah.
There's tricks here, bro.
We're gonna go as soon as I go take a shit.
Yeah.
Disappear from
unfortunately.
Catch up on the news.
He's finishing writing a new book.
Unfortunately,
in the bathroom, all writing down.
This shit took me 30 minutes, son, and now the sun's down. Right? Damn, you know what I'm saying? I shouldn't have ate. I knew I shouldn't have went to fucking Chipotle. That shit always gives me the runs.
Damn, throwing Chipotle under, huh?
Bro, it ain't it, my
I've
dude.
only eaten them once.
It's no Chiba Hut.
Nah, bro, it really ain't.
Okay.
Landwares, it comes in, bro. Nice little segue. But hey, listen, I'm gonna be real here. That shit is probably some of the healthiest fast food you could probably get your hands on, right?
Yeah.
Chipotle, right?
Okay.
But I grew up eating the food that they serve there, but the real versions of that shit.
Yeah.
So every time I pull up to that, I'm like, damn, this shit ain't it.
This is the Pepsi Zero.
This is bland as this. The Pepsi Zero version.
They don't cook it with lard.
No, well, that's true. That's true.
Makes a difference.
Hey, manteca. My nana used to cook with like reused.
Yeah.
Bro, she'd open up the can of grease she had next to the stove. That shit smelled fucking horrible, bro.
Yep.
Like, seriously. I mean, it's no wonder that our people suffer from fucking heart issues and fucking overweight and shit.
That food's not good.
Nah, the food is good. It's how they prep. It's some of the stuff
fuck.
they use to prep it, right?
Okay.
Like the lard, the manteca, bro. The Crisco, dog, that's just white. Bro, you could literally probably run an engine on that shit.
It's white when you start.
Yeah.
There are engines that actually run on the biodegradable shit.
Yeah. Imagine what that smells like.
Yeah, just driving
just French fries.
all day.
I'm on McDonald's for some reason. Oh, shit. There goes Todd and his biodegradable fucking Prius.
That's hilarious, bro.
Yeah, I think it's how they prep it, dog. Like that's how they used, right?
Yeah.
Like I was out in Grants, bro, for the 4th of July, and I started talking to one of my tias and my mom, and we're like, they still like those fucking Coronado hot dogs, right? Bro, those are fucking disgusting, my dude.
Yeah.
Really?
Bruh, anything that you boil that turns the water pink, you should probably run. That ain't good, bro. You have no idea what is in that meat, bruh.
Bro, you get burritos from the gas station. So
It's true.
Come on, man.
It is true. They're better than those.
You're like, I trust it though. It's good. It never did me wrong.
It ain't never turned my water pink. But they swear by it, bro. Like they're like, no, he thought it's still the only way, and it's the best hot dogs, and they're still like trying to eat potted meat.
What are they? The hot dogs from what?
Yeah, they're Coronado hot dogs.
It's the brand.
It's
Yeah.
Oh, it's a brand.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, it's the brand Coronados.
Okay, I didn't know if that was like
They're
a
like
certain kind
cheap
of.
as a motherfucker.
Yeah.
You get a whole bunch of them, and they're like extra red, dog. Like when you see them,
They got that red dye number 40 in them.
Red dot. Hey,
All of
you're not lying, bro.
Guarantee that's what's
just not good.
Guarantee that's what's turning the water pink.
Oh, man.
You know that they put red 40 in like dog food, bro, and the dogs have like allergic reactions to them, bro.
Bro.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it fucks them up.
I don't remember when I was younger hearing people saying my dogs got cancer, right?
Yeah.
You know how many times I hear that now?
They've always had cancer, but,
Yeah, but
now
It
it's
seems
just-
like that's
it's a
how
little more
all the dogs go
prevalent.
now.
Yeah.
They all die from cancer. I
get
wonder
it.
why.
Yeah, it might be the food.
Yeah.
I mean, I switched. So, I mean, when we lost Snoop, he went from cancer, right? And like, I mean, we didn't really, I would just go to Walmart and we get him whatever the fuck was there, right?
Yeah.
Like, cheapest shit we could find. I don't know why I should have, bro, but like, I wasn't thinking, let's get this dog, like, pay attention to what we're actually buying from the store and what's in the fucking food, right?
Yeah.
And he got cancer. I mean, he lived till like about 10, 11, whatever. But when we got our new dogs, I'm like, all right, nah, fuck that. It had to be something in the fucking food because he was active, like we didn't live next to a fucking radiation plant. So I'd never seen it before. So shifted the food, and I mean, we'll see. I mean,
Yeah.
our dogs are like 6 now, and they seem as
I mean,
healthy as
just,
Snoop did.
Just like us, bro. We can't be eating fucking fake shit. And for a long time, they were putting like sawdust in dog food. I don't know if you guys know.
Damn,
that.
Sawdust?
They would, yeah, they would. It wouldn't be
Damn.
like straight sawdust, but it would be
Yeah.
like mixed
Just
with like
filler.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
filler mixed with all the.
Sawdust?
Yes, bro. Yes.
What the fuck?
Yep. That's crazy, right?
Bro,
It sounds
Anyway.
like it.
goddamn,
That's
bro.
that's my random fact for the day,
The dog takes a shit and it's a piece of wood.
bro. Right.
Well, why are you chewing on the trees? It's like corn. Whenever you eat corn, you could mush that shit. You could literally get a mashed potato thing and drink the corn. When you shit, it's gonna come out a full corn.
That's pretty crazy to think about.
It doesn't make any sense,
I
bro.
don't never thought about it.
Hey,
But
you
now,
know, it's pretty crazy to think about right now, though. The fact that you brought it up got me kind of tripping.
that is crazy.
Yeah, So I mean, you're right though, bro. You can't. You have to pay attention to what you eat because a lot of the shit that they're feeding us is fucking filler food,
Yeah.
full of all kinds of nasty ass shit, bro. And I mean, health is wealth, my guy.
Yeah. You got your garden going again?
I mean, I would if it wasn't so fucking hot. You remember in the back, bro? We were
Yeah.
growing green chili. I had fucking tomatoes. That shit was popping. And then I decided, nah, we don't need a garden. Let's put some fucking grass, bro.
Yeah.
Keeping a lawn here is a fucking nightmare.
Yep,
Not even worth it.
No, dog.
it's just a waste, bro.
Well, I mean, exactly. What
But-
the fuck does it do? What benefit does it serve my backyard
Not much.
besides pissing me the fuck off?
I don't
when
know. Does it benefit you like when you barbecue there?
No, absolutely not.
Because you're underneath your patio, right?
Nope, don't do shit.
That's crazy.
All it does is I have to pay attention to all the kids playing on the grass because I know I'm gonna have to fix it the week after.
Get the fuck off the grass.
Get off my lawn. Turn me
my
into
lawn.
fucking never cracker. Get off my lawn.
Get off my lawn.
So I decided to lay grass and instead of doing
That's
the fucking
funny.
garden, but yeah, bro, I'm telling you, it's so hot that even the crabgrass isn't growing, bro. That shit
Yeah.
yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
It's hot.
yeah, I started paying more attention to like what was actually in the ingredients of my food. Probably COVID.
Oh, yeah.
Probably around that time. I mean, I had more time on my hands.
So you
Like-
start reading labels?
Like, what the fuck is like? Yeah, what the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell's in these marshmallows?
Nothing.
Yeah, no, absolutely
Yeah,
nothing.
What the fuck is a marshmallow?
What the fuck is a marshmallow?
What the fuck is?
Good question.
What is that
Hey,
made
I
out
don't
of?
know.
It probably ain't good for you. I don't know
Probably
the
like
ingredients.
Some
but
type of glue. A fucking.
more sawdust.
Yeah, dog.
It's just sugar, bro.
like
That's
Yeah, I
it.
think it's
It's just
Yeah, it's gotta
fluffy
be.
ass sugar.
Right. Right.
I started paying. I think it was probably COVID when I started paying more attention to that. You know,
Yeah.
because I was like, well, all we can really do is take care of our bodies at this point, right? We can be as healthy as we possibly can. So I think that's when I leaned into, I mean, I was always in the gym and I was exercising, bro, but like more running and more fitness and like paying attention to like my actual physical health. I would always be in the gym, but it was like just like something that I was doing.
Yeah.
Not thinking about the bigger picture of it. That makes sense?
Yeah. And have more of a purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're not getting any younger, dog. I want to feel as good as I can.
Speak
as
for
long
yourself.
as Lenward's out here like Benjamin Button,
That's funny.
aging backwards. That's what I'm trying to do, bro. Like the other day, I see this shit on the internet all the time, and I'm about to be the guy that does it. They say the hardest thing about taking ice baths is not telling anybody that you're taking ice baths.
Yeah. Yeah.
I always shit on it, bro. I was always like, that's crazy. I like taking fucking warm showers. Y'all are fucking nuts. Listen, bro, I'm about like a month in now of doing it like every other day, especially after my
like
long
ice
runs.
bath?
Yes.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
So you just buy a bag of ice and burn it in the tub
Well, so I
every other day?
Well, that's one way to do it, right?
Oh.
So I have okay. First, I started in my tub because I didn't know if I really wanted to like go down this path of doing ice baths. Everybody's doing ice baths. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, get the fuck out. I wanted to try it because it was like a 10-mile day, right? And it was hot as fuck, and my hips were just fucking destroyed, dog.
Yeah.
So I'm like, fuck it. It's hot outside. Let's try this whole ice bath shit. So I filled up my tub, and I got all my ice packs, bro. I got four kids. I have 4 boys. We got a refrigerator full of ice packs, bro. So I got all my ice packs, threw them in there, checked the temperature. I got it down to probably about 35 degrees the first time, maybe 38 degrees. I got in, bro, and that shit was horrible, bro. Awful.
Yeah,
Every
it does
single
not sound
part
appealing.
of my body was saying, get the fuck out of here. You gotta even your breathing starts going crazy.
Yeah.
The first time I probably got maybe a minute and a half, something
Yeah.
like that. I noticed a crazy difference in how fast I recovered from the 10 miles. Not only that, I noticed throughout the day, dog, I was like, let's fucking get it. I was like turned.
Wow, really?
I'm always turned, bro. I vibrate on a dangerous level sometimes, bro. My energy is everywhere.
Yeah.
But I was like, I felt like a focused energy
That's crazy. Okay.
and it was noticeable. So I'm like, all right, maybe it was a fluke. Maybe I'm fucking, the placebo effect, right? Skipped a day. Again, I went straight out to running, bro. I did another 10-mile day. Usually, bro, if you like do those back-to-back days, you're feeling it, right?
Yeah.
Like your body, you can feel like your hips or like your fucking ass is hurting or your knee, something, your ankle. Straight into the fucking tub again, bro. Same way I did it. Got in the tub. The recovery time, bro. That time, I was able to do like 3 minutes. And after that, I was like, oh, shit. There's something here.
Yeah.
There's really something here. And there's something about putting your body through like something you don't want to do.
Like extremes.
Like
bro.
extreme
Things
levels
that's
of kind of chaos that gives you like some kind of mental clarity, right?
Yeah.
Moving forward throughout the day. And I'm telling you right now, I'm about a month in doing it on a consistent basis. I'm fucking sold.
Really?
I'm
crazy,
fucking
okay.
sold.
Are you gonna buy one of those?
I'm about to get the thing, bro. Yeah, I'm about to like. There's a whole bunch of companies that are out there, and there's a whole bunch of DIYs. My cheap ass goes straight to the DIY channel. I'm like, what can I put on my Home Depot card to make this motherfucker
I
right?
was say go down to the tractor place.
Ask me where I was last weekend, my dude. There's a Rubbermaid like 100-gallon tub, the one that I'm looking at, right?
Yeah.
But see, the issue here is keeping the water down to that level because I don't want to go out and fucking buy a million. But I'm gonna have to buy a freezer just for my ice.
Right,
For
right.
ice, yeah.
You gotta get one.
Buy a fucking freezer. Hop in that
That's exactly
bitch.
what Johnny said, bro. Johnny said the same shit. He's like, Dad, why don't you just get a freezer and fill it up with water and happen that? I mean, yeah, but I still gotta empty the water out. I still gotta clean it, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm jumping in after I'm running 10
You don't
miles.
need no water in that shit. Just
Hey,
hop
just
in that
hop
bitch.
in the.
Just stand in the freezer.
Stand in the freezer, dog. Cryotherapy's the same shit. It's the same
I'm
thing,
telling
right?
you,
Same
dog.
thing. So
You're welcome.
thank you.
Saved you a couple bucks.
Maybe those freezers are pretty expensive, dog.
Yeah.
But the issue is keeping the water at the temperature you need it at,
Yeah.
right? So there's all kinds of places where you can buy like refrigerated units that like can like get the water a certain temperature. And then you got to think again. You got to keep the water clean because you're getting in sweaty. Even if you're not sweaty, you're still, bro, we're nasty motherfuckers.
Yeah, you ain't clean all the time.
So the water, you're unkempt. You're like, what was it? Was it fucking Whataburger? It's like the Whataburger by Jay's house. Tune in. If you're a fan, you recognize, go back a few episodes. So you got to keep the water clean and you got to keep it cold. Right now, bro, outside, how the fuck am I supposed to keep the water cold when it's 50 million degrees outside? No. Unless you have some kind of like refrigerator unit that can keep the water going. But those things, my dude, when you get into that level of ice bath, they're like 6 racks.
I was about to say, man, you would have to be like an athlete and getting a major return on that sort of investment.
Yeah.
Maybe I should start posting videos of me in the ice bath and get a sponsorship. Bro. You know what I'm saying?
I think you just won.
Maybe I did. Maybe I did.
One of the next pods will all be in an ice bath.
This motherfucker said it was a good idea. Right? Hey, I'm telling you, I think we were even talking. I think it was on fucking the pod with Diego we were talking about it. And I was like, nah, I ain't doing the whole ice bath thing. Bath thing. Fuck that. But
he was talking about being up there in Hemis, right?
Yeah, he was talking about just jumping in the river.
And that's
kind of the same thing, yeah.
That's what Wim Hof does.
Yeah.
I mean, he's the godfather of this whole conversation here. But I'm serious. Like, even if I wasn't like athletic, even if I wasn't out here like doing like endurance running and shit like I'm doing, the mental clarity that you gain and like what it does for your body physically. I'm not a doctor, but there's smarter motherfuckers out there than me that break it down. The things that it releases and helps, right? Your like heart rate and like all these chemicals that get released in your body when you put your body through extreme cold like that. So there's science to back this whole movement. And just me personally, I noticed it.
Okay.
I noticed it. So you guys are getting ice baths. So in other words,
he was waiting for us to be like, okay,
all right, we're gonna do it.
I know.
Y'all gonna let me
was
do
just
this by
silence.
myself? It went quiet.
Crickets.
Oh, shit.
Come on, Jay.
Don't put that voodoo on me, bro.
I'm gonna need you in the DIY section here, my dude. We're going to Home Depot. We're getting a fucking trough, bro.
I'll help you build one.
Hey,
I'm down with that.
run it, bro.
That's
Time to
funny.
introduce. We introducing this motherfucker or what?
Introduce it.
What episode we on? This is 37, huh?
37.
37. You are now tuned in to Respect the Connect. I'm your host, Johnny James. Len Words is here. What's good, Len Words?
Everything's everything.
Everything's everything. Jay's here. What's good, Jason?
Chilling, brother. I'm good. How you
Chilling,
doing?
chilling.
How the fuck you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good, bro. I just hopped out of ice bath, bro. I'm doing good. Fellas back here. We got the crew back here. Hey, fellas, we in focus. We better be in focus
said
because I can't
sure.
tell. Sure, you're as in focus as
Close
you're gonna
enough.
get. Hey, you're as in focus as you're gonna get. Episode 37, Respect the Connect. Make some motherfucking noise, Jay.
Yeah.
Let's get it. All right, man. So we're gonna jump straight into my dude Jonah Hill's situation he done found himself in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
man.
Okay.
So, they said she wanted people to believe that he was gaslighting her with therapy.
His ex.
Yes. So, for those of you guys don't know, ain't following the story, it's been everywhere. Jonah Hill's ex released some text messages from him where he was laying out his boundaries of things that he didn't want her to be doing if they were in a relationship, right? Again, I don't know the full fucking story, so I can't tell you either way. I'm just going off of what I seen of what she posted. It looked like that dude, that was the most adult, responsible text message exchange of boundaries I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I didn't actually see the actual text message, but like, what was it like? What was he like addressing?
Okay, so he was saying, like, I don't want you hanging out with dudes. I don't want you, like, thirst trapping online, like that sort of thing, essentially. Which, I mean, he's Jonah Hill, so.
Well, he's got he's probably had as big a reputation than her, right?
But here's the thing: I don't know if she's like a professional athlete, but she's a surfer. So she was getting to her money through that side of it anyway.
Yep.
But a lot of times I think people forget when they're like involved in like celebrity relationships and stuff. It's like, okay, if you're on the same level of celebrity, then, you're probably not going to come with the same amount of like pre-qualifications. It's just like, yo, I need you to do this. You got to take an L here, there, whatever, for us to be together. But it's like, I never heard of her. I've seen him for years. Like I'm familiar with him. So it's like, if he's telling her, yo, this is what I'm looking for, and this is what I need, and if we can't make it work, it's all good, no trouble, no big deal. That's not there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
saying I don't want to date somebody who smokes. You know what I'm saying?
Just something I don't want to do.
It's like I'm not interested. I'm good.
Yep.
It's not a big deal. But the way she put it out and the way she tried to frame the conversation is as if he was trying to manipulate her or something. It's like she's not entitled to his time. She's not entitled to be a part of his life. She's not entitled to be his woman. So it's like, how you really gonna slide me and say, oh yeah, you're supposed to just take me as I am? It's like, well, I don't have to take you at all. You know what I'm saying?
And he laid it out. I'm telling you again.
He was genuine. He was respectful. He was hands off. He didn't call it.
And
nothing.
if you can't do this, I support.
Yeah, I support
you
whatever
move
you
in that other direction.
Yeah.
Damn.
Like I said, I don't know the full intricacies of these motherfuckers' relationships, right? It's just been in the news heavy.
Right.
And I seen it, and I'm like, what did she think she was doing? She posted it online.
If that's your evidence against somebody,
It didn't do good for her.
Yeah, it don't make you look legitimate. Complaining about that.
And then some people were like, he's gaslighting her with therapy. That's when I lost it. That's when I lost it. He's using what he's learned about himself in therapy to gaslight. That's fucking bonkers,
That's
bro.
ridiculous.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Or that motherfucker's next level Jedi gaslight mastermind, right?
That's
That's
real.
funny
That's real
as fuck.
pimping.
That's real pimping right there. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what that means, but it sounds good. It's not a nutter. You know what I mean?
Damn. Okay.
So, but he broke it down to where he was like, listen, I don't want you doing surf videos with dudes, right? I don't want you, the one that I was like, that's kind of crazy, is he said, I don't want you taking pictures on IG with a thong on, right? And the only reason I said that is because, that's what she was doing when they found each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, he didn't say, stop this now, fuck you, you're a piece of shit, I want to be with you. But he said, listen, if you can't do these things, we're not for each other, right? That's what caught me.
And that's how I was
away.
looking at it. It's okay, maybe he first saw her online and in a bikini or something. It was like, damn, she looked good or whatever he thought.
Yep.
And hit her up, whatever happened. So maybe to some people it's like, well, that's hypocritical because she was like that. But it's like, if once you're in a relationship or you want to be in a relationship with someone that you care about, it's like you're gonna have to adjust something, and whether it's reasonable or not, it's fair for that person to say, hey, well, I'm uncomfortable with this. Even though that's how you caught me, I don't want you doing it anymore. It's like meeting a girl in the club and wifing her up later on, and it's like, okay, well, don't go to the club anymore. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you in the club every weekend. Well, I went to the club when I met you. It's like, yeah, but we're together now. You don't need to go there. You know what I'm saying? So I understand where he was coming from. And honestly, it's like, if they're both grown adults, she can just say, well, you know what? I'm not giving up my career, for this relationship. I don't think it's worth it. It's cool, no problem. But she literally tried to roll him out in social media.
A year and a half after the fact.
Exactly.
After he just had a kid, right?
Oh,
It's are you really still sleepless nights over this? Are your feelings still really hurt?
Clout.
That's all it is.
It's all
That's all
clout.
it
And that
is.
sucks because from what I'm getting, he did it legit. He did it like a man.
From
like
what
respectful.
it seems like, right?
Because
From what it seems like.
Yes.
I've had friends personally that are insecure. You know what I mean? And they tell their girlfriends or whatever, they're like, no, you can't hang out with him. You can't do this. You can't do that. And that's something different.
Yeah.
But
you know what I'm saying?
But here's the thing: if you're self-aware enough to know that you are that way, and you can deliver that message and say, "Look, I'm a little insecure. I'm a little uncomfortable. I'm just asking you out of respect for us.
Yep.
Can you make these changes or these adjustments?" And you're still labeled the same as the person who is completely not self-aware and tripping.
So why,
It's
why be chill then?
Yeah.
Why be chill, right?
Well, be chill because you're a better person.
That's
than that.
true, but sometimes, man,
if you go,
sometimes, Lynn Words,
sometimes
that high road is very hard to take, brother.
it's a rocky road.
It is rocky as a motherfucker, dog. Sometimes you got to get down and you gotta play down there, bruh. You gotta get your motherfucking hands dirty, bruh.
I agree, Doug.
Sometimes, bro, not all the time, but sometimes. And see, that's the thing, right? Like I said, from the outside looking in, it looks like this dude handled that. I was like, damn.
But, you know,
Jonah Hill out here, a full ass adult handling this shit. Like,
But that's what you have to do in any relationship. You have to set those boundaries because it's
and right away,
right away. Because otherwise,
Yes.
then the relationship forms something that it never should be. It never would
For
be.
sure.
Because now you're not able to go do the things you were doing before you met
Yes.
that person, and vice versa. So there has to be rules, but there can't be like borders where it's like, no,
rules?
you can't leave.
Oh,
the
you
house.
think
No.
you're just gonna give
Yeah.
people rules, Jay?
come on,
Guidelines.
Jay. Rules are meant to be broken, Jason.
I guess so.
No, but I 100% agree with you, dog. Because what happens if you're not clear about those boundaries right away, right?
Yep.
A year's gonna pass. Year and a half's gonna pass. 2 years gonna pass, and you're pissed. You're holding on to all this resentment because they're going past your boundaries, right?
And
you
never
haven't
really
said
made it
nothing. You
clear.
haven't spoke on it. So then, by the time you get to that point and you snap, you look like a fucking psychopath.
Oh, yeah.
because
Oh,
it's
yeah.
all that pent up.
Yeah.
Boundary
it's-
breaking.
And
You
it's
snap
not,
over peanut butter. No
Yeah.
more fucking peanut butter. I fucking hate this shit.
no more wire hangers. That
Yeah.
shit. But the crazy part about it, I think a lot of times in at least like interpersonal relationships, like romantic relationships, when people do what you're talking about, where they don't establish those, those likes and dislikes, like, yeah, I'm comfortable, and they don't say anything, like you're never really hiding it. You know what I'm saying? You think you are.
But you're not.
But you're not.
Yeah.
Because it's coming out in other ways.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, like you said, it'll boil over eventually. And it's
Yep.
like, that's not good for anybody. But here's the other side of it. If you give people those boundaries or those limitations from the beginning, a lot of times, man, people these days, man, like, they don't like anybody enough to change.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, people would just be like, take me as I am. And if you don't like it, there's another one.
Listen,
You know what I'm saying?
And let's be real here, bro. Let's be 100% transparent. Take me as I am. Cool. Sometimes who you are is a fucking shithead, and you need to change,
And
bro.
nobody wants to hear that.
Yeah,
though.
nobody wants to have
Nobody
that
ever wants to hear
conversation.
that.
Listen,
Yeah.
nobody's fucking perfect, bro. We all got some shit that's fucked up about us, bro. We could all be better versions of who we are right now.
Absolutely.
Every single one of us. I don't
In
give
so
a
many
fuck who
ways.
you are.
So many ways.
So
Yeah.
like ways that you don't even can't even think of, right?
Yeah.
That aren't so that whole like nah, bro. Like if and that's the thing. If they're clear about this in the beginning, right?
Yeah.
That they want to be with you, they want to grow with you, but this is who they are, and this is how their morals, or that's not going to break or bend in
Right.
other directions.
Right.
If they're clear about it, then there shouldn't be a fucking issue here, bro. We're adults.
Yeah.
If that goes against what you believe, then y'all ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
You go that way, I'll go this way. Hey, I salute you from the side. Man, we had our run.
Yeah.
None but love. I wish you nothing but success. Find someone that vibrates on your frequency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because not everybody
That's
does.
that's exactly what it is, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Not
Not every person you meet is the person. You know what I mean?
Shit.
It's a
Fuck no.
It's a
I want to
step
see someone do the math on that.
right.
If you out here thinking every person you meet is the one, you're gonna be one miserable motherfucker. I'll tell you that.
Right.
Because they probably ain't even like 0.2 usually.
Yeah.
The one. But
Right.
transparency, like for example, like say you get with a girl that has a fucking OF page, right? You know, only stands, only frams, whatever we could do to edit it so we don't get pulled.
Yeah.
An OF page. You guys get together, you want to be with her, y'all fall in love, whatever the whole spiel is, right? And you fucking hate the fact that she has an OF page, right? And you don't say nothing. You don't say nothing.
Yeah.
And you've been with her for a year.
Yeah.
How do you go back? How do you double back
Can't.
and say, oh, by the way,
You can't. You can't even.
Right?
You can't even like.
because then you're a fucking shithead.
You're a shithead and you're a hypocrite and you're all these
All
other
those
things.
things.
Like any way that you can be derided. But again, when you're talking about someone who has that sort of marketing plan,
Yes. I like
their
that
life.
one. Hey, make some noise for that. That was a good one. The OF marketing plan. All right, run it.
when you meet someone with that sort of marketing plan, and even if you had the bread to just buy her out and be like, okay, say she makes, 6 racks a month or something. And you're like, look, I'll give you 10 just to not have it. Well, the money isn't all there is to it. No. It's the attention.
Yes.
It's the feeling of the self-importance, the purpose, like all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like you're not replacing all of those things as one person in a relationship. Like you would literally need to meet somebody who probably wouldn't have that sort of marketing plan, who's not looking for all those things out of those sort of circumstances. Like they're really just looking for a good relationship and someone,
exactly
to be with. You know what I mean?
But then
those people are.
Then there's other people out there.
They out there somewhere, I guess.
They are. Same way that there's people out there that agree with that marketing scheme.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That are on board.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is a perfect segue.
Oh God, here you go.
Into Jay's homie.
What the fuck?
Hero. I thought you were homies with Adam 22, Jay. I heard that.
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Oh, you're Facebook friends. Facebook friends. I heard something about it. I don't know, bro.
You just gotta throw me into the situation.
I'm making it a little more interesting here, Jay. It's more interesting if you guys are like close homies, bro.
Okay, I got you.
So we're gonna go off of that premise, right? In this story,
your boy
that you're close with, right? Let his girl get taken to Pound Town.
Yikes.
By another dude, right?
Yeah.
So obviously everybody knows about it. It's been all over. Everybody's talking about it. Even fucking Andrew Tate talked about it. Yeah. But that was before the tape even came out, right? Damn. Now the tape's out, right? When the tape dropped, obviously I'm not paying for that shit.
So wait, they did all that as promo for the video?
100%.
Wow.
Bro, I don't like the racism.
Hey, come on, bro. Hey.
It's not even subtle, man.
Listen.
It's not even subtle.
I
really don't like it.
Hey, I don't blame you, dog. Like
I feel that way. I don't know who that brother is, and I'm sure he made his $1,500 or whatever they break off brothers for doing that sort of stuff. But it's like it's not a good look,
bro,
to even be involved with people like that.
What? And my dude, it got worse and worse.
It sounds like
right. When they announced it, it was already what the fuck, dude. You're gonna let her get smashed down by another dude, right? Yeah. And look. Whoever's into whatever, I ain't judging nobody. I've said this 1,000 times. If what you're into doesn't hurt fucking children and innocent people, dale, run it. I don't give a fuck. Live your life. Live and let live, right?
Yeah.
That is so far away from what I'm fucking down with. I'm fucking stuck here. Like I can't compute this.
Yeah.
Then after this is before the tape even dropped, he brought her on his podcast to talk about the whole situation.
Damn.
And this is his wife?
This is his wife, yeah. They just got married, matter of fact.
This is the podcaster's wife.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, and it's funny because like we talked about this a little while back. We're talking about how him and her would bring women on their podcast and they'd both fucking, and that was his argument, right? He's like, how can I bring these women on my podcast, smash them down with my wife, but then I can't be okay with her getting taken to fucking Smash Town by another dude, right?
It's the same as Jonah Hill. It's like, well, that's my lane.
Feel what I'm saying? So it's crazy how much these two stories here, right?
Yeah.
Are different spectrums, but they're perpendicular with each other, if that's the right measurement that I chose to say, right? This is live, guys. I don't know what the fuck we're doing. That might be the right word.
Right. We're winging it.
We're winging it, yeah. So like they run the same direction kind of.
Yeah.
It's just
that's just a whole different.
So back to your homie, judging it from the landscape of your homie. What would you like? You think could you do that, Jay? Could you let your wife?
A lap dance from Chris Brown on stage is different. Than,
see, here you go. It's a slippery slope. I'm trying to tell you.
But bro,
those motherfuckers ain't even on the same slope.
This is night and day, dog. There's
getting a lap dance from Chris Brown and making the bro,
especially like the wife. Like there's just certain boundaries.
Context here a little bit here. She is his wife, but she's also a porn star, kind of. Not like kind of
star.
No, now she is.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. It's
now
marketing.
So
it's all set up to like.
You said they released the video
to make some money off.
Yes.
Where does the video go? Like,
I'm assuming it's on their OnlyFans page.
That's
my assumption.
Yeah. Or they got an exclusive like distribution with one of these companies.
So. I think they do it on their own.
Really?
Same way they do.
That makes the most sense though, because you want people to drive.
But they got their platform's massive, dog.
Really?
Like bro, the plug talk, bro. No Jumper's massive.
Oh
right?
yeah, No Jumper.
So
I've
that's
heard of
connected. It
before.
all bleeds
Yeah.
into the same shit.
Oh,
No
okay.
Jumper's
So
out
he
of
gets-
22.
Okay.
So it all bleeds into everything.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
So he has.
But it's not
his-
just him, right? It's some other
No,
folks?
it's other people, but he's
Okay.
like the foundational. You know what I mean?
Got you.
So their platform is massive,
I should have
bro.
done my research.
Yeah, bro.
Sorry.
There's things we want to talk about, and there's things that we have to talk about, right? But to me, that's like where like I said, I'm not judging nobody. I
Yeah.
don't give a fuck what floats your boat,
Yeah.
my dude. No, man. Sorry, dog.
Nah.
And then so now the video came out, right?
Uh-huh.
It's even worse. I didn't see the whole video, but I've seen snippets and pieces that were all over Twitter.
Oh,
Yo, no, dude. She is done. She for the streets now, fellas.
Damn, it's like
It's
really?
done. And then man, he unloaded the clip in her.
What?
What the fuck?
Yes.
He shot up the club.
Unloaded, shot up the club.
Shut up. The
Unloaded the whole magazine, bruh.
Damn.
Dog.
That's crazy.
How do you go? Okay, I asked Jay. He kind of answered. Landwords, could you go back? How you go back to that?
I wouldn't even.
Even being in the
be that.
situation?
I never would have. Like as soon as. First of all, I'm good with just one woman at a time. Like I'm good with that. Like I'd rather have an intense relationship. You know, even if it's intimate, with one person and get to know them better and explore that way. But all the extras with the cameras and the lights and the everybody else and making money off of it, it's like I don't treat like intimacy like that. You know what I'm saying?
Intimacy is not monetary to you.
Nah, not at all.
Yes.
Not at all. I mean, not to say I've never looked at porn or anything, but it's for me personally, it's like that's not something that I personally would even be interested in exploring.
Yeah.
But other people, like you said, man, it's like whatever they want to do with their lives, that's cool. You know, as long as you're not hurting, you know, kids, innocent folks, stuff like that. It's like I'm not trying to mess with that. But for me personally, it's like I wouldn't even open the door that could lead to that place, because it's like I would never want to feel guilty and be like, well, I got her to, you know, let me have two chicks, and now I feel like
Now she wants someone to run a train on her.
Yeah, now I feel obligated to let her, you know, slap me back. And it's like, well,
Yikes.
shit, man. It's like, what's the game? You know, like, what do you really get out of it? And maybe there is a place spiritually that you can get where it's cool like that. But to me, I don't think that's higher spiritually. I think that's lower spiritually.
Oh,
Like,
Yeah, for sure.
I can't even get there.
And see, I tried to think of it from like, okay, you know, she's in the industry, he's in the industry, whatever, right? That's how like it's. But the thing is, dog, is how they did it was so different, dog. You don't see someone make a fucking video, right?
Yeah.
And then go on a podcast
Right.
promo run with their husband and wife. It was crazy.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. It's
Crazy.
like that part of it is just like, it makes me think that it's not genuine. Like
Yeah.
the connection between the two. And maybe it is. Maybe, you know, this is just where some people are in this world. But again, you had to bring this up because I didn't. Like
No,
this stuff
yeah.
is not like in my sphere of like attention.
Unfortunately,
I
it's
didn't
in
mine.
mine.
Know about this, and he's my homie.
Well,
apparently.
Right.
Bro, you didn't even know your homie, bro. His wife got
should've-
taken to fucking Pound Town,
You
Jay.
shouldn't have
damn.
you shouldn't have skipped the wedding.
You need to text your homie and do a well check on the
Right,
motherfucker, bruh. Because not only after
That's
all
crazy.
that, after the video came out, everybody drug him on fucking on internet, bro. Fucking Andrew Tate's talking about it, how it's a part of the Matrix. This turned into a huge storyline, right? And then the video dropped and it got crazier and crazier and crazier. He goes out and buys her a Lambo.
So he rewarded her.
He rewarded
for
her for
Okay.
taking
Wow,
being
dog.
taken to Pound Town, bro.
Okay. He must have got paid off of that joint then.
He don't look well, bruh.
It's all marketing.
Yes.
It's all marketing. He wrote that car
It.
off.
He don't look well.
He don't look well, dog.
You don't think it looked well?
Not really. He don't look well. He looks like a man.
So why would he have done it if
Who
he didn't?
knows,
If he
dog?
didn't get something out of it, like
I mean,
what
he
would
probably
have-
did attention, like you were saying, right? It goes back. It's not just the monetary stuff that you're trying to replace.
Yeah, that's
Even
true.
if you're
That's
inserting 10 racks versus 8.
and it's not and
Attention.
It's not just women.
Fucking
that
clout,
need it.
dog.
That's fucking.
This whole,
crazy,
bro,
dog.
all of this has shifted to everything we're seeing is fucking clout.
Yeah,
Look at the fucking Island Boys.
I was just about to say, you were talking about them kids.
Listen,
them boys,
bro. And the issue is not the fact that it's two dudes, right? That's not the issue here. The issue is they're fucking brothers macking on each other like some fucking sickos, bro.
Macking. And now I know what that means.
Hey, see, there we go.
So where did they come from? Who the fuck are these?
From the islands,
bro.
They're from the islands.
Boy.
That's it.
We need to ask Dr.
Right
Bo.
near the beach.
Next time, I'm gonna call you, Doc. I'm gonna find out a little more info on these fucking island toys of these guys, right? But again, let's go back to that. What reasoning could these fucking weirdos have to post that video of them doing that with each other, except for clout?
Clout, and it's what they see in their they see shit in their household, bro. That makes them
maybe not even that. I feel like they reached a point, bro. Their success was so fast and for no fucking reason.
They're successful.
I mean, they reached a level that some people never are going to, unfortunately, right? Yeah. They were getting endorsement deals. They were going on podcasts. They went on this whole media run for a song that don't even exist. I asked the fellas back here. They kind of confirmed that the motherfucker ain't even real. They blew up off a song that they kind of sang in their hot tub, and they looked like I don't know why it cracked, but it did.
Yeah.
And now that limelight is dimming, so they're like, what can we do? Yeah. Let's turn it right back on.
That shit's crazy, bro.
It's all fucking clout. That's all they're chasing. They're chasing these vanity metrics, and this. There's no substance to what they're trying to accomplish.
You sure it was them, or could it have been the AI?
Oh no! Look, well, I mean, at this point, who
knows?
Who knows, right? But it looked real enough, Lenworth, to make me feel like I wanted to throw my phone at the fucking wall, bro.
Yeah, there's some shit you don't need to see.
It goes to clout, though, right? It goes to clout and attention, and what that has been turned into monetary businesses here, right? They've monetized attention and clout.
Gary Vee told you.
Yes,
that's the whole economy now, man, which is scary.
Is attention
to think about, because it just turns into this like ever escalating game of what's the most extreme thing I can do to get people to look at me. Yep. Otherwise, I have no value because I'm not, a professional athlete or an actor. Not that they even trying to pay actors anymore.
No, bro. Yes,
really.
But
bro.
It's like that, where it's like, unless you're willing to just degrade yourself to the point where people have to look at you because you're such a spectacle, it's like you're not bringing anything of value to the economic model that's been created. That's not to the world, because there's a lot of people that bring value to the world, but they don't get all the eyeballs and
because they're not doing stuff for clout.
Yeah, exactly. The algorithm's not pushing it because it's not that stuff.
No.
Which is crazy to me.
No, well, for example, say we were to chop up the whole beginning segment when I was talking about health is wealth, take care of yourself, get in the ice bath, run.
If you lead with those clips,
shit. Watch. I post that shit.
Watching that.
Bro, ain't nobody want to hear me talk about that shit. It's going to get like 3,000 views, bro. Yeah. Watch me wild out right next to it, talking some wild shit. Bro, it's going to go viral. Guaranteed. Yeah. That's just how it's set up, right? Yeah. Ain't nothing we can do about it at this point except for try and fight that machine with...
We can stop paying attention to it.
That's the only way to fight it.
To do it. And in order to do that, I think everybody has to raise their personal standards as far as what they're going to give their time and attention to. Mm-hmm. How do you do that? When the culture in and of itself is just like there is no culture. No. That's the culture. Is no culture.
How are you going to be able to do that now? Like specifically, because now we move into the fucking to the strike with the writers and the actors, right? Yeah. So if they don't get to work, right? Yeah. All we're gonna all people are gonna have to consume is mindless reality television bullshit. That's that's all.
Or computer written.
All on the agenda
and shit,
right? So I'm glad you kind of brought that up, because I kind of wanted to talk about that with you. So it's crazy that like now the actors are like, you know what? Nah, fuck this. We're together in this. Yeah. Fuck you, motherfuckers. This is how it's gonna run.
They don't have a choice.
And I didn't. Before we kind of touched on it, I didn't get a chance to like really like dive into what the main issues are. Uh-huh. Some of the issues are fucking scary, dog.
Well, yeah, it's super scary.
Like with streaming, it changed the entire landscape of how writers get residual income.
Yes, but it's similar to music where it's like
the same
there's no
fucking
money.
story.
It's the
There's
same
no-
model.
yeah, there's
it's
no
the same
money
model.
in-
There's writers that are getting fucking like $50 for these massive shows that are on Netflix. And they're running, like when it was on network television, right? Like you would get paid
because there's
advertising and it was a
yeah.
consistent situation.
Yeah.
Now you ain't getting paid shit. It's streaming for writers. It's the same fucking story.
Yep.
And then now they're saying, like some of these companies are writing contracts to where say you're an extra, Jay, right? You and your homie Adam 22 had your falling out, right? Y'all went. You told him that he shouldn't have let his wife get pounded down. So for some reason you became an extra in a movie, right? I don't know why this story's happening, but it is, dog.
Yeah.
You sign a waiver saying that, okay, you're an extra now, right? But they can use your image and likeness in perpetuity. They can use it whenever the fuck they want to through AI generated images as you being an extra.
Yeah.
So they don't have to pay you multiple times. They pay you once, and they're going to use your image for however the fuck. They're like,
That's what
who's
they-
that guy? Let's use him in this movie.
Yeah.
That's what they did with Bruce Willis. Well, now, I mean, now he can't act anymore.
Yeah,
but,
but it was
his,
AI
fam-
generated.
his
Oh, yeah, they
family
did it
signed
on
away
purpose.
his likeness to AI. So
And see, that's
Yeah.
in forever. They could use it forever, dog. We're
Yeah.
going to have fucking Die Hard when we're going to be watching young-ass Bruce Willis in a new Die Hard movie when we're 86.
yeah, in a new Die Hard.
Brand new Die Hard,
Die
bro.
Hard 5000.
Die the hardest.
Never dead.
Never dead.
Can't die.
Yeah, dog. So I guess I didn't like fully do like all of the research when I was kind of speaking on it. And some of it, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
From a writer's standpoint, that's got to make you feel fucking kind of like pissed off.
Not so much angry, kind of lost in a way, because you're looking at the landscape of the business and you're like, where do I fit in? You know, because I'm not high paid writer or nothing like that. You know, like I'm still independent and, you know, and growing it. But it's like, what are you looking at when you're coming up with content, original content? A lot of times that movie game was your end game.
Yeah.
But if there's no payoff there, or if there's no benefit, like big benefit there, it's kind of like, well, how do you create something that's worthwhile? Because writing takes a lot of time. I mean, it takes months.
And
You know,
energy.
sometimes years. Yeah. Oh, it's full time.
Yep.
Like it's no bullshit, and people treat it like, oh, you know, because these people live in LA, that and the cost of living in California is what it is. So people just assume that these people are all rich, and it's like, no, they're working class people. Like these are jobs. You know, there's a scale to it, and it's like they're not at the top.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
On the
Like
news,
at all.
I just seen this morning, bro. They interviewed a writer that used to write for Seinfeld, bro, and she was in a couple of the episodes. But now that everything's streaming,
Yeah.
she doesn't get any residual.
Yeah, she
gets
get no
nothing.
cut.
And then they interviewed
Yeah.
this other girl who's a writer, and she's like walking. She's a dog walker
Right.
because she's not making her bills. You
Right.
know what I mean? So it's like what you're saying.
Yeah.
They're not like, they may be successful because they maybe got something placed a couple times, but they're
Yeah.
they're not living in mansions out there.
Well, see, here's the funny thing. When a lot of this technology was emerging, like the home studios and, you know, the camera technology got, you know, better, cheaper, faster, that sort of thing. Naively, I thought, wow, this future is going to have a lot more artists and creative people will be able to, like, yeah, and you shaking your head like, hell no, that ain't happening.
Hell no.
But that's what you would think would be the
Yup.
natural progression of this stuff, because it's like,
now
oh, you
it's
know,
easier to
it's
do it.
easier to do it. So now more people can play and more people can get,
The
you know, a
gatekeepers
little
were
bit of
gone.
money. Yeah,
You
that's
thought.
what
Yeah,
you thought,
exactly.
Except they just went
Oh.
levels and levels higher, where it's like, no, they can just flip a switch and turn all your money off.
Yep.
You know, to a crazy level now, where it's like you don't even have to know who they are.
Nope.
You know, like you don't know, like the people who are fighting with the AMPT or whatever the name of that group is, those people, they're mad at like these CEOs and stuff. But the CEOs, like, they getting a check because that's the business model and that's what the investors want, is their profit. So you're really up against the desire for a business to be profitable. How do you fucking beat that when the
mean-
whole system is built on profit? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a non-profit business.
No, and I mean,
It's a
you can-
for-profit business. So it's like, if your interest goes against the profit or the returns of the investors, they're going to tell you, hey, man, go kick rocks. sucks.
For sure.
We can get a computer to do it.
Or they're going to
We
tell
don't
you,
need
like
you.
Homeboy said, we'll just wait till these writers, we'll wait them out and let them go broke.
That was some cold-blooded
Homeboy
shit.
said,
Damn.
we're going
Who
to wait
said
them
that?
He
out.
said till they
can't
lose
even-
their apartments and homes. He was like, we'll just
wait them out. Till they lose their
Whoa.
apartments and
Yeah.
homes. Yeah, dog. That
That's-
was the. I feel like that was the moment that the actor said, "All right, bet, fuck you."
But they weren't listening to what the man said. He said, "Big bank take little bank."
That is what he said.
So a CEO said that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Of one of the studios?
Yep. I'm sure his name's somewhere on Google, but I didn't look at it.
Because the stock market is backing them.
Yeah.
And the stock market is saying, hey, whatever's more profitable, that's what we're going to do. We could care less. Like, that's how business works. I don't know how you, like, I said last time we talked about this, these things will work themselves out. I don't know how you work this out.
Yeah, this
like,
is
I really
we're in
don't know how
uncharted
you
territory
negotiate
here, dog. Because
could be like literally for the next, or for the rest of the business. This is the same thing that they had back in the early days of Hollywood, where they used to have like actors on contract where they would only act for a certain studio and they couldn't work like independent or do any of that stuff. And then there became an era where, you know, there were no more studio contracts and you could work with anybody. Then they became like independent, and then it became like the writer, director, producer, the Quentin Tarantinos and the Kevin Smiths and, you know, those types. Now we're in this era where it's like your name don't mean shit. The content means something. And if you get it off a graphic novel or a book or something like that, then, you know, cool. Now we're even further from that, where it's like even that content, it's like that shit don't matter.
No.
Like they don't care.
Nope,
They
they
really
don't.
don't care.
They can make it appear out of thin air. They can
Well, and
make a
then
script
they
happen
can
with
make-
AI.
And they have no
Yeah.
problem force
Yeah.
feeding people microwavable content.
Yep. And they can always hire somebody because somebody's always going to be hungry and want to check, and they'll do the little bit that they can. So they're turning everything into day playing.
But see now,
and working in the stage industry, that's not reliable. Like you can't buy a house and live a life of stability, have
Off of
a
that.
family. Yeah, because you're working every now and then. You might get paid like a bunch. Like they could hit you for a rack for a day worth of work. You know, 8 hours, $1,000. Okay, I guess no problem. But you're not working every day.
and you don't get paid again for another 4 weeks.
Yeah,
you got to
yeah,
make that
it's-
wow
yeah.
stretch for 4 weeks.
Yeah,
that
you
ain't
gotta
shit.
you gotta make it stretch, and you're not working nearly as much. It's
And
not
these-
an 8 hour a day.
And these motherfuckers know
40
that. Like you
hours.
said, big bank, take little bank, right? So, and what's different, because they were saying how this has been the first time in like 40 years or some shit that the writers and the actors have like been united together, right?
Yeah.
And SAG. So what's crazy about this is if they're standing in solidarity now, right? So none of these actors can pull up for any type of promo, no kind of podcast,
Nothing.
no
Said
kind
no
of
social
interviews,
media, like
no social
nothing.
media, nothing, complete blackout, right?
Yeah.
So during Oppenheimer, bro,
That movie looks pretty sick.
Hey,
dog.
all the actors
Fuck.
stood up and dipped. The
Really?
moment that because during the premieres when they like started when they combined the strike together,
Oh, yeah.
the
Shit.
actors said, "All right," they stood up, got the fuck out of there.
No shit.
No shit.
Wow.
So see, that's their only tool to combat it, right?
It's like try to get people. Yeah,
That's their only way.
But look at how poisoned people are between the rich and the poor, and it's like we don't even really like most people don't really understand. It's like the people like who are the stars that you think are rich are not.
No,
You know, they're
just a face.
they're a face, and on the full scale of money, they're middle class.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Like
100%.
they're not wealthy either.
No.
You know, they might be rich, they ain't wealthy.
It's these
And
studio
they-
executives and the CEOs and the ones that actually run, like you said, it's the ones that control the bank.
It's the people who actually invest in this stuff
Yep.
that want their returns, who are just like, dude, we don't care who's in front of the camera. Like, we'll get the kids to watch it. We'll get the people to buy it.
Yep.
You know, like we'll get them on their streaming platforms, and we'll make our money back however we make it. But we don't care about these people's, and we're not subsidizing their lifestyles anymore. We're
And
not
it's
doing
a
that shit.
perfect time to try and make them break too,
crazy.
because they're still trying to bounce back from people not going to movie theaters.
Yeah.
It completely broke it completely down. That's why I'm saying now we're in uncharted territory.
Don't get me
Yeah,
on
we
that.
ain't go.
Don't-
I know.
Don't hit my
You
button,
already
man.
know
I'm
we
not gonna
about.
leave that one alone.
Yeah, bro. I'm kind of there and back out, bro. So like, it's the same shit though, right? So think about it like this, right? Now it's so different because the times that they did stand together, there was no streaming, right?
Yeah.
Now it completely broke the whole model. And I take it to music from a music standpoint. Same shit for us, bro.
Yeah.
They're giving us fucking pennies, dog.
In the music.
But fucking how, bro? We don't got a fucking Screen Actors Guild. How are we gonna stand united against these motherfuckers?
We got Snoop Dogg,
bro. He's been talking about it.
He has.
You know what y'all?
We need someone to stand behind, bruh.
You know what y'all had that y'all let, and not you obviously,
But us as in the group, us together as artists.
you had real hip hop. You had the tenets of the actual art form that you were creating, because that shit actually had a real culture behind it, and it was a thought behind what it was. But when they turned it into rap and they commodified it to the point now where it's like whatever sells, is whatever, it turned into just this race to the bottom. It's the Walmart, like they took the Walmart model and applied it to everything.
Like
everything
across the board completely.
Yeah.
And see, that's again, I've said this probably fucking 15 times on the pod. That's why they want to convince motherfuckers that hip hop is a young man's game.
Yeah.
Because somebody that's coming fresh out the streets and had no money is easier to manipulate than somebody that's 45, been through it, knows the fucking game, says fuck you, right?
Yeah.
The youngster that's 17 ain't seen $500,000 in his life, doesn't understand contracts, doesn't understand where he's selling his soul to the motherfucking devil, and he ain't gonna get shit. Doesn't understand. He's just seeing that $500,000, right? Not really realizing that some of that going to taxes, some of that's going to the studio. And most of the time, it's not even his. It's a fucking loan.
I was about to say, it's not even your money.
Not
dog.
even yours.
Like,
you're
that's
playing
a
with
loan.
theirs.
Yeah, like you're paying all that back.
Exactly.
You're paying it all
so
that back.
let's convince them it's a young man's game, right? So we can manipulate these motherfuckers.
And they can work. Yeah.
So see, that's the thing with, at least now with the actors standing with the writers, right? They have solidarity. They're like saying, if you break the picket lines, when we do go back to work, you're fucking done. You're fucked. You're not working anywhere.
That's the crazy part about, I caught some emails early in the WGA strike. Or no, it wasn't even an email. It was like something on Instagram I scrolled past. But it was like the WGA basically said, if you make a deal, if you do any writing for hire, like if you do anything like that's contrary to our efforts right now, even if you're not in the union, you'll never be in the union.
See what I mean?
Like it's super mob shakedown time with all that shit. Like they're really just saying like, that's it.
Well, it's serious, bro. I mean,
it's big dollars. It's big dollars for sure.
But see, and that's what I mean. We don't have that.
Yeah,
that's why that ain't that.
Music,
It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna, dog.
Yeah, y'all don't have a union.
Nah, bro. So these streaming companies gonna keep getting their paper, and the moment that we do, bro, they'll say the same thing.
Yeah,
we don't need you, motherfuckers.
Yeah,
this has gotten so oversaturated and watered down. We're gonna get AI homeboy to make a banger, and it's a wrap for y'all, motherfuckers. Right? It's gonna be the same conversation because it happened to us in music first because it was easier for that to happen.
Yeah,
studios got cheaper. It was easier to do it, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Making a movie still consisted of a
Yeah.
bunch of people, a bunch of pieces. It's a huge fucking endeavor, right? When they figured out how to microwave music, that was the beginning was the beginning of them saying, all right, cool, let's throw this in the microwave real quick, bang, let's get it out to audience, boom, boom. Here's your fucking couple, half a penny. Get out of here, right? And we're just like, thank you for my half a penny, like because the model, we don't know any other way now, right? Yeah, we don't. How do we hit the streets?
They told you, hey, get your merch game up.
Yeah, and see, and some people can't. Some people can't fucking do that. Even say, for example, say you got a viral record on TikTok, it fucking did like 2 million views or whatever the fuck. That doesn't necessarily mean you're smart enough or like know the business enough to say, all right, I need to have some merch. Let me get this merch out. Let me monetize what's happening right now.
You're not creative enough.
9 times out of 10, you're not going to be able to do that. Or you don't have the initial capital to invest in even getting the merch.
Yeah.
Say you find someone that wants to invest it. Guess what's going to happen? They're going to want their percentage, my dude. Yep. So it's going to break down to nothing. If you don't know what the fuck you're doing, you are going to get taken for a ride.
And even if you do nowadays,
you're going to get taken for a ride too.
Well, it's like you're going to have to sign up for a ride to go anywhere.
And try and maneuver around
and try to find a way to make it, make your ends.
I don't see them like completely ruling out like actors and shit like that. Like our whole society, bro, is based on these people, these superstars that we all put on pedestals. You know what I'm saying, so to speak. And it's like I don't think we'll ever lose that wow factor of there's LeBron James. You know what I'm saying?
But I would argue that athletes are a little different
than actors.
And I mean, well, they're definitely under the thumb of dollars when it comes to it.
Who the fuck isn't?
Well, nobody. But
it's all the same.
But you see how people really feel when these contracts are up, and it's time to renegotiate. They're like, well, shit, we never really did like this. You know, we want to change it this way or 100%. That way. And then these other people are just like, well, we don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying?
It reminds me of the Scottie Pippen on his contract.
But
he told him straight up. He was just like, Ryan Horfey was just like, hey, I don't let people renegotiate. He said, if you sign a bad deal, you sign a bad deal.
That's on you.
Don't come back and talk to me about nothing.
Yeah. And see, that's why I've always been on the side of, man, fuck the organizations, dog. Y'all should be rooting for the players, right? Yep. Like, if they ain't gonna get the bag over here, then man, fuck that. Look at Dame Lillard, right? Bro, maybe some of his prime years are gone now, dog. I don't know. I mean, does he end up getting a fucking ring? Maybe, maybe not.
Yeah.
He wasted a lot of motherfucking time over there, dog, and they didn't bring him pieces enough that he needed.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. They needed a different style of team. And I mean, he's just one of the many players that are in the league where it's like, man, you coming up where there are dudes who are just that dominant and they have those like pieces already put together, or they put them together. And he's kind of old school where it's like he wanted to play his whole career in one place. He wanted to do that.
That style of thinking, though, dog.
Yeah, like I don't know that works
anymore. Is that misplaced loyalty?
It could be. Man. I mean, but look at LeBron had to do it. I mean, he came back to Cleveland, but he literally was willing to tell people who would listen to him at the time. He's like, I had to go to a winner to learn how to win.
And look what happened.
I had to be in a winning organization. I had to be around someone like Pat Riley
to learn how to do it.
Who knew how to get it done.
But look what happened the moment he left. The owners started fucking running their mouth instantly.
Yeah. Oh, they
started talking crazy shit.
And he still came back and was true to his word for the folks. He didn't do that shit for the ownership at all.
So that's the thing. Where's your loyalty lie, right? It shouldn't lie with the organization because they don't give a fuck about you. You're a commodity to them.
Yeah.
And the moment you're gone, you're gone. They're just gonna get another one, and they're gonna keep round and round, and we go. So, like you said, your loyalty should be to the people, right? To the people that actually support you, your family, the people around you, your actual base of people that support you as a fan. Like, okay, you left Cleveland. I'm still a fan of what you're doing. I'm supporting what the fuck your next move, right? The loyalty can't be with the organizations, dog, because they don't give a fuck about you.
I'm not okay. This is why I wince a little bit when you say that, because I feel like don't hit my button. I feel like I'm not gonna say the word. But I feel like there is an effort, an organized effort to push capitalism to the point where it is so out of control and insensitive to the interests of the group that it makes it distasteful to make sure that everybody starts to be like, no, we got to be out here for the people. Because if we're all out here for the people, we're gonna have to bring the bottom up. So we're
These
gonna
motherfuckers
have
don't
to
want you to bring the bottom up.
Well, I mean, do you want to take care of some of the people who just don't give a shit?
Well, see, there's the thing.
And want to win for free?
There's the thing, right? There's the thing. Is you can't take care of somebody that can't take care of themselves, right? So if you're not willing to take care of yourselves and carry your own weight, there's really nothing could be done anyways. Even if we do change the whole landscape, right? And do try and bring the bottom up.
Yeah.
Not all of it's going to come up because not everybody can help themselves. Not everybody wants to.
Not everybody,
right?
wants to.
Even that.
Okay. So then what do you do? Like, where do you draw the line? It's either all of us or none of us. That's essentially what's.
There's no middle ground here. You don't think?
There's no middle class. What are they saying?
Yeah.
It's either all of us or it's none of us. Is either we're gonna take care of everybody or we ain't taking care of none of you motherfuckers, and y'all better figure it out, and you better do it while we're actively trying to make sure that it can't be done.
And it definitely feels like they ain't trying
No,
to take
serious.
Yeah, no.
Like,
well, and it definitely feels like they ain't trying to take care of no motherfuckers.
They don't want no unity. Nobody want no fucking unity. Don't nobody want no people working together and no
chaos,
shit.
bro.
Not really.
No,
you know
not
what I'm saying?
really.
Yeah, chaos.
When people don't know what's coming, they'll spend money, right? Look at the whole toilet paper situation. Look at war, bro. Look at war.
Yeah.
There's so much money in war.
Well,
and war is chaos, bro.
And everything affects the bottom line, right? At the end of the day, unity is going to affect the bottom line in a different way than chaos is going to.
Yeah.
And if it's affected, and the people that are actually pulling the motherfucking strings, if it affects the fucking bottom line, that's where the issue comes in. And that's back to where we started this fucking whole conversation. Old boy saying the fact, he literally said it directly to the fucking, everybody needed to hear it. We will outlast them.
Yeah.
They'll
We
lose
can-
their
we can
houses.
chill. Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah.
Y'all go stream.
Yeah.
Stream your motherfucking life away.
Yeah.
Now they don't come back, bet. We'll throw some mindless ass fucking reality television up on Channel 7. That's there you go. Run it.
Or, I mean, they still got live sports and they have such a back catalog.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they open up the Disney vaults and be like, hey, we're
good.
playing all this shit.
We're
you know,
good.
like, we have enough content now where it's like, we actually probably don't need new shit.
No.
There's still plenty of stuff I haven't seen. I know you've seen everything.
I mean,
I haven't seen
I try.
I haven't
I'm
seen
close.
it all. Yeah.
And then they're gonna eventually gonna say, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just stream in these movie theaters.
Yeah.
Netflix night at Century Rio.
Yeah.
Come pull up.
Yeah.
Pay one fee and you can stay here all day.
Bro, they already got that where you can rent out the theaters for, a couple
events.
$100. Yeah, exactly.
That's crazy, bro.
Times, bro.
It's wild. It's wild, but it's like they're really, whoever it is, well, it's just the business model. The business model is just being pushed to the extreme where it's like, people know that the technology is there where it's like we don't need, or they think they don't need the active human mind as an element brought into it. So it's like we can computer generate your face and all this other stuff. So it's like we don't need you.
We're good.
Yeah, or we'll buy you out one time, like Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
Where he can actually sell high. Mm-hmm. Ain't nobody else new gonna sell high. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're an actor and you're a day player or you're just starting to get, like, you just got an agent, just like last year or this year or something like that, bro. If they buy your image and likeness and buy you out, like,
You think that's the end of the career?
it's the end of your negotiating.
Oh yeah, you ain't gonna have no leverage.
You'll never be able to negotiate.
They're gonna be like, look, we got your face the best it's ever looked. We don't need you no more,
we
my
can
dude.
we can age you up. We can
Yo,
age you down.
That's crazy.
Right now, you're on a coke bender. We ain't even trying to fuck with you anyways. You look awful. You look great right here.
And if somehow, but he's right though, because really think about it. What if somebody figured out a way to negotiate again and was like, what would they do? Well, we'll flip the AI to make it look like you
good.
kissing your brother.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Like,
Boom, Island Boys.
and all of a sudden, everybody thinks you're a weirdo.
Don't throw them
and,
a bone, bro.
Nah, they really out here kissing each other. That's sick, motherfuckers.
but what I'm saying is like
that's
the negotiating part of it can be so
capabilities are
fucked up because there's no like actual negotiating anymore. It's like we're not trying to negotiate. We're trying to buy you out for nothing and tell you better be happy with whatever pennies we flick your
That
way.
shit crazy,
Otherwise, because
dog.
they're trying to change the business model. When they sign these contracts, they're stuck with these contracts. Like, forget the actors and the writers for a second. Think about the businesses. They can't, like, if they're losing money, they can't come back to the actors and be like, hey, guys, because then the actors will be Jerry Reinsdorf all of a sudden.
much.
And they'll be like, they can't say, well, we
The
paid you
actor's
too
gonna say
much.
the same shit.
much.
Exactly.
The actor's gonna be like, shit, y'all fucked up. I ain't giving you back
exactly.
this bag.
And that's what they know. And that's the problem. It's like that
makes sense.
that human side of it where it's like, hey, if I'm up and you down,
What do you want me to do, my guy?
Contract.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah,
if
for sure.
and if you're down or you're up and I'm down, oh, come on, sir, help me out. Like, show some love. And it's just like, hey man, fuck you. You should have signed a better deal.
Bro.
And that's how it goes because they're stuck on these things for years and years and years. And so much happens in the business over years, even if it's a 5-year deal, 7-year deal, whatever it is, so much happens. That's why LeBron signs 1-year deals. Like, that's why you do stuff like that. People think it's crazy, and it's not. You're being disloyal, and it's like, no, man. Like, I don't want to be stuck with these terms in case shit changes. You know,
shit changes,
and shit
dog.
changes all the time.
I think if you take any kind of a deal outside of longer than a year, you're just kind of setting yourself up, bro, to probably lose.
Yeah.
Because listen, it could be a flip side also. The person you sign the deal with could lose too because you start fucking up the bag, right?
Yeah.
It's not always the big corporation that'll fuck up the bag, right? Sometimes they're on point and the dude they signed the contract with is out here wilding the fuck out, right? So I feel a year contract keeps everybody on their toes and honest.
Yeah.
All right, I'm doing better this year. Listen, y'all gonna have to run up that bag real quick, right? Same thing on the other end. If he's not carrying his weight, they're gonna be like, look, man, this contract we signed with you ain't where's the ROI on this?
Yeah. Yep.
We ain't getting no return on investment. We're taking that percentage down.
Yeah.
Keeps everybody honest. Keeps everybody pushing, bro. So I hope, I stand, obviously, bro, I'm an artist. I stand with the motherfucking writers, stand with the actors.
And I am too.
You
I
know.
am too. I'm looking at it like you're looking at it, where it's like, both sides would have to figure out something or want to figure out something. But when you're negotiating with somebody who knows your pain points and they're willing to push them and let something bad happen to you, in order for you to come to their terms,
you're negotiating with a problem.
Yeah, well, yeah,
The
like
fact that he would say that.
and said it like he didn't give
With
a fuck.
a megaphone,
like,
dog.
He, was just like,
He straight was like, listen, bitch, I'm on my yacht over here in Ibiza. Y'all are fucking living on top of each other out there in LA in your single fucking room apartment. I'm out. We're gonna outlast you, right?
yeah.
Man, bro.
Yeah, see, I didn't hear that part. That's crazy.
Homie wildin', dog.
Yeah.
Straight up.
So, hey, before we get the fuck out of here, we got to talk a little bit of music shit, right?
Yeah,
Can't
what's good?
We got to talk a little bit of music shit.
Yeah, what's good?
You guys see the Tony Yayo interview with Drink Champs? Bro, I mean, Drink Champs has like 5-hour episodes and shit, bro.
Dog.
Listen, I was making t-shirts the other day, right? And I didn't think I was ever going to be able to watch the Ice-T episode because it's 3 hours long. I watched the whole thing because I was busy as fuck. But, damn, could you guys imagine doing a fucking 5-hour pod? Hey, fellas, y'all imagine doing a 5-hour pod?
They're bored
Fuck
now.
no, that's crazy.
They're bored right now.
How the fuck you do 5 hours, dog? It has to be in a bar and you got to be getting drunk like Drink Champs, I guess. But 5 hours long-winded. I obviously didn't watch the whole thing. The one part that stuck out there everybody's talking about, though, is Tony Yayo and old boy EFN, the DJ. They got into a crazy-ass argument over Biggie and Ice Cube as far as being the better storyteller in hip-hop, right?
Damn.
Len Words.
Okay.
What do you think? Where do you sit there? Who's the better storyteller?
with him.
Oh, yeah, I guess. So I started with
Don't
the movies
start
with
with
Len
him.
Words. Jay motherfucking Trav.
What's the question?
What's
For
that
me-
million, what do you call the homie? Can I get a lifeline? Let me get a lifeline. Who do you think? Storytelling. That's where the foundation of it
Okay, storytelling.
Biggie-
I'm gonna go with Biggie, bro.
is better than Cube.
Yeah, better than Cube. Cube's dope as fuck though, because look at all the writing he did for everybody in the groups that he was. I
Cube
don't know,
also
I don't know
said,
about West Side
Cube
Connection, but
responded a little bit just to throw this in here. Cube said, I've written movies.
okay,
That's still storytelling.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Cube
true.
added that to the conversation, right? So you think Biggie gets
I
Cube?
think Biggie, because there was that track. I'm drawing a blank of it right now, but at the end of it, it's a whole story, and he goes, "Oh fuck, I'm gonna butcher it," but he goes, and at the end, and after all that shit happened, their car got towed. They double parked by the hydrant,
yeah.
right?
Oh, what was that?
Well,
one
you know what I'm
called?
talking about? It's like a
it's on Life
shootout in the
After Death.
hotel.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, dog. I don't know. Biggie's up there. I do get Ice Cube's point because I'm sure it ain't easy writing a movie, dog. You know what I mean?
What's old boy was
very
adamant.
easy, Jason.
Is it?
It's so easy.
It's
Oh,
the easiest.
oh
That's
my
why.
God.
I can make one right now. Let me just open up the app.
Open up AI. Open AI real quick. Write me a script
I'm gonna
real
change
quick.
my producing name to AI. dog.
AI.
There you
That's, you know what I'm saying?
I'm just kidding.
You're going to be at the top of the algorithm.
I think. I mean,
AI Trav.
Hey, dog.
He's like,
that's an interesting comparison between those two.
yeah, it is. That's a conversation.
Because
That's a
Cube
conversation.
has a massive body of work
Yeah. he
that
does, for
Big
sure.
doesn't have,
Yeah.
unfortunately. right?
I mean, even if you don't give him the movies, I think is very, very close. And I think ultimately, Biggie actually benefits a lot from the production, because that one track that you're talking about, like they fully soundscaped it, like it was like they added sound effects and all the other stuff. Cube Records never really did that.
No.
But today was a good day. That's the
Okay,
story.
so there you okay, so then you got Today Was a Good Day, and let's go with Juicy.
Okay.
What record gets the other record?
Juicy wasn't one of my favorites, so I gotta say that from him.
Juicy? Nah.
Juicy was like the
I would go to, well,
I'm comparing those two because those are probably on the same level of success for both artists.
right.
Right?
And that's where they're similar.
Those are their two classic
big,
foundational
big.
pieces, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but that's not story.
And I'd like to say, just off
Yeah, I
the
was
gate,
about to
I
ask
think
you.
Big is a better rapper than Cube. That's just my personal preference, right?
Okay.
Biggie is better rapper than Cube to me, right? I don't think it's such an easy conversation of saying he's a better storyteller than Cube. I don't think it's that cut and dry, dog. I really don't.
Yeah, that's what they're going by is storytelling.
Yeah,
when
that's
you say
the
storytelling,
foundation, right?
But Cube had My Summer Vacation. He had no, like, there's a
Bro, and
bunch.
then, bro, all the stuff he wrote for Easy, NWA.
That's what I was saying
bro,
earlier, bro.
The
yeah.
list, oh shit, spilling shit. The list keeps going on, right?
Yeah.
He wrote for a bunch of people, dog, that you probably don't even get credit for neither. And then West Side Connection, when they came back around. So I don't think it's as cut and dry as people think. Yeah, grab me a napkin real quick, Lynn, words real quick. I don't think it's as easy of a conversation. And again, I think Biggie is a better rapper than Cube.
I mean, I fuck with Cube's music
Appreciate
for
you,
sure.
man.
Like
Word.
his older stuff. For a while back, I was like, you know what? Let me see what else this guy has. And like a couple of his new shit, he had a song about Trump, and I was just like,
Who did the song? Oh, well,
Cube,
of course,
yeah.
Cube,
Yeah.
But
Nah, I didn't hear that one.
yeah, it was, it was all right.
Well,
but it didn't compare to his older catalog. You know what I'm saying?
And Biggie didn't get a chance to do that, though.
True.
That's the difference.
Did Biggie ever act in a movie? Was he ever in any movie?
Nah.
No.
Just in like the Warning videos.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Like that was it.
But not like
Warning.
acting.
But Warning by itself is a crazy story. You know what I'm saying?
hey, and like I said, I'm not gonna take either from
Yeah.
either artist, right? Me personally, again, I don't think it's that black and white.
Well, yeah. When it's just limited to storytelling records, it's a really close race. If you're talking storytelling in general, Cube beats him because of the movies. But then it's no longer a fair fight because Biggie ain't around to even do that part.
He didn't
You know
have
what I'm
the
saying?
career.
Like he never had the opportunity to get that far into his career. You know, Cube is what, in his 40s?
Shit, nah, Cube is in
his
his
50s?
50s.
Yeah.
Cube pushing
And
60, brother.
Biggie died in his early 20s.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
25.
Yeah. So it's like, it's not even real comparison. If you get an extra 3 decades on somebody, it's
I
like,
mean,
well,
yeah.
shit, man.
Of
Yeah.
course,
Of
yeah.
course,
That's a hell
you're
of a
gonna-
lead,
Yeah,
yeah.
100%. 100%. I agree. I agree perfectly with that because that's the conversation, and it's crazy. It goes to show you Big's impact,
Right.
that it's even this close of a conversation
Yeah.
with that far of a gap.
He was that talented.
Because even think about
Crazy.
it, Cube was in this before Big too.
Yeah.
He started before him and obviously lasted, right?
Yeah.
So he had a massive head start and finish. So the fact that it even is a conversation, which it is kind of close.
Yeah.
Either way you go. You know what I mean?
There you go.
It's rocking that's the right shot. I swear it wasn't planned, y'all. It wasn't planned.
Yeah, that's funny as hell.
So what do you think? I don't think you fully said Len words, or did I miss it?
I mean, if you're just talking storytelling, I'm gonna give it to Cube, but it's 1 and 1A. Like it's really like, and I don't even know. Like I never really sit down and like rank like rappers like that. Like think about them like that. But there's a ton of rappers that can like tell like Nas is dope, telling
Slick Rick.
stories like Rick, obviously.
Yeah, Nas
You
is
know,
fucking dope,
you know.
bro. That whole I gave you power. That
Yeah,
track.
yeah.
Again though, look, Nas has had the years, dog. He's had the years. What would Biggie be now?
Oh yeah, He'd be,
Oh, yeah.
he'd be
No.
something
Like
incredible.
seriously,
Yeah.
it's the conversation can
Yeah.
go on forever.
What is Jay-Z said? If what
He's
did
like,
he
you'd
say?
have got the commission.
the commission,
Right?
Gotta have
Facts.
that. You know,
Jay-Z too. Jay-Z's got to be in that conversation. Storytelling motherfuckers too.
He's got a few. He
does.
And that's the thing. It's like there's so many that are good, but then it's like a couple of them where it's like Biggie's Warning,
It's
where
great.
it's like you know that story.
Yes.
You know that shit start to finish. Who the
Yep.
fuck is this? Page
Page
and me
me
get
get
546 in the
Exactly.
morning. Like you know that shit.
And
all
you
the way to
also
the
know
end.
when mom cooked the breakfast with no hog.
Oh yeah,
Come on,
exactly,
bro. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And that's why I guess yeah.
Drop the bird off and
Come
then
on,
chirp out.
bro. Hey,
A
dog.
girl been trying to fuck since the 12th grade. But yeah,
Man, fellas.
Cube's dope, fool.
Yep. The Lakers played the Supersonics.
You feel what I'm saying? I think that's why I go straight to that record, because that was obviously the stuff he did with NWA, there's all stories in that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But that was like a clear picture that he painted of the day that we, you know what I'm saying? He fucked around and got a triple-double, dog. Sometimes you fuck around and get a triple-double, Jay, like I did on you. That was
Oh, this guy.
You remember?
This dude.
That's a good way. That's a good segue out this bitch.
He's bringing up shit from like 9 years ago
Listen,
now. 'Cause
bro,
they're-
9
'cause
days.
He's scared to see me on
Hey,
the court.
9 days.
When it cools off, he'll be
months.
out there
Watch.
for a half hour.
At 8:30,
Yeah,
we'll go to
right.
the park.
When it cools off, I'm gonna fuck around and catch a triple-double. Hey, so just so the audience knows, listen, I know we're in the lounge, right? We've been upgrading. We got one more upgrade coming, and I think it's gonna be by the next podcast. Fingers motherfucking crossed. It's crazy because we're gonna retire all this old equipment that we Frankenstein together. Shit about to be cohesive.
Bruh.
We're shooting in 4K. Jay, you're gonna see a whole new side of Jay. They're gonna be like, damn, I didn't even recognize this dude. You know what I mean?
No, I'm just kidding.
It's gonna change the game. So I'm hoping it's the next episode, if not the very next episode, but we're making one last upgrade.
So-
We're gonna stay here in the fucking lounge. Respect the connect. We ready to get out of here, fellas, or what?
do it, dog.
You guys ready to get the fuck out of here, fellas? Dom, bro, you better put a
Wake
smile
up!
on that. Wake up, bro. Man, you've been sitting back there eating Brimey, eating the numb, bro.
The fuck, you got
Hey,
food?
on that note, fellas, episode 37. Hey, until next time, respect the connect. Peace.